Hi Internet, how is it going? Kim and Chris here, back with another episode of Rambling Tea Time. We are just gonna get started right away.
Yes.
So the new season of anime has begun. The
Yay.
Spring 2022 anime. We have a lot of things, or should I say, I have a lot of things
You
on
have
my
many
list.
things.
So
I glanced at your list and it was ridiculous. Are you watching everything that is on air this season?
it's not everything.
It's most things though.
I feel like it's more than half, but
It
also it
is.
isn't. Just
I'm watching half of the things that you're watching.
Are you?
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
I don't want to. I don't. You know me. I don't always watch everything, and even the things that I want to watch, I don't always get around to watching. So I make sure that my list and stuff, things that I want to watch, I make sure it's like, okay, these few things I will try to watch. But you know how it is. I still haven't finished watched like 86 from like last season and stuff like that.
It's possible though that I'll get to some of them and drop them because I've done that.
Yeah.
So the list can go down, but it can also increase, of course, because I'll probably see something else and be interested. So in any case,
Let us get started.
right. It is in no particular order
hmm
until we get towards the end.
Oh, have something particular at the end you're excited about.
Yes, at the end, we have our most looking forward to things.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, first, I have
hmm
The Executioner and Her Way of Life, also
Huh.
known as Showcase Children of Virgin Road. The story goes like this. When interdimensional travelers from an otherworldly land known as Japan appear, they often bring death and destruction. It's up to the executioners like LEMMiNO to track and exterminate the lost ones before they wreak havoc. When Minot encounters a beguiling lost one named Akari, it's bloody business as usual. Until Minot discovers Akari can cheat death, that is. Even so, Minot has her job to do, and she is committed to her executioner's mission come hell or high water, provided her newly stirring feelings don't get in the way.
Okay,
So,
so comedy, romance type isekai story, but from the point of view of somebody who's already there? Okay, sounds fun.
an executioner and her executionee travel together.
Execution.
Isn't that it?
That is weird, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fun. I might actually give that a look because I didn't know about this. Is this based on like a manga or something?
I think this is based on a light novel.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it.
Neither have I.
Never heard the concept. I've seen kinda in some stuff, but I've never heard of like executioner hunting down the isekai people who came to the
Yeah.
world.
But this girl that she encounters, she comes back to life.
So that's a problem.
Yeah. And then they travel together,
Okay.
but she still has to kill her.
But I mean, you can't if she keeps coming back to life. Then yeah.
I don't know. Maybe their travels are going to be about how she can kill her. I don't know. What do you have?
The first thing on my list is something called Love After World Domination. It goes like this. There are two sides to every coin. Light versus dark. Good versus evil. Love versus hate. Sometimes the fine line between the two grows thin, and it's so easy to cross. So it's no surprise that Fuda Akaiwa, aka Red Gelato of the Gelato 5 and hero to all the people, just may have happened to fall for the villainess and the member of the shadow organization, Gecko, Desumi Magahara. But when opposites like these attract, there's more than a few obstacles to their love. What's a pair like this to do? So I read the manga to this, and it's
Is it good?
pretty cute and pretty fun. Girl on the bad side, guy is the stereotypical ranger hero type thing, and they
Mm-hmm.
keep trying to find ways where they can meet up when they fight just to talk and hang out
I
and date with one another or
see.
stuff like that. It's pretty good.
It sounds like something that I recall in a more that's a more fantastical thing where it's the hero versus the villain.
Uh huh.
But There's also something, I can't remember what it's called, but it's this cop lady who likes this gangster
Oh, I
guy.
know what you're
You
talking
know
about.
what
The
I mean?
Yakuza that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I know
yeah,
exactly what you're talking
yeah.
about.
And
That's on my list
they're
as well.
like dating, like
Yeah.
on the low, but nobody can know. It's so stupid and funny. Anyway, that sounds interesting as
Yeah,
well.
it's pretty silly, but it's fun. Fun read. I'm gonna enjoy watching that.
Back to me.
Back to you, because you have many.
Yes. My next one is a sports anime.
How many of those are you watching this season? Probably all three of them that are
I
out.
actually didn't add one, so
Mm,
I added all the rest, though. This one is called Gunjo no Fanfare. I'm not going to explain all about the boys, but the story follows three boys at a training academy for jockeys. Okay?
what?
Jockeys, you know,
I know.
horse racing?
Oh, okay, all right. Jockeys. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They have their goals and whatnot. They come from different backgrounds and everything.
Are there academies to train jockeys?
I actually didn't know that.
I don't think
So
that's an
that's
actual
why
thing.
I added this to my list. I don't know if it's real, but it's possible. It says the 3-year academy is very competitive, and those who wish to enter must not only pass an academic test, but a physical and fitness test as well.
A jockey school.
Yeah.
I didn't
Did you
think that
know?
was a thing. Is that
But
even
how
a
do you get
thing?
into jockeying in the first place then?
Be rich.
Oh my goodness.
That horse riding is a thing that only people that got
Right,
money to do.
it's one of those sports that they say is for
You gotta got money because
yeah.
the first time you get into horses, that means that you have either like experience with horses, family owns a horse, or whatever. So I know there's horse riding schools, but that's more like a something you just go and learn to do. I never like academy. This is like one of those just Japan things where everything has to take
I
place in a
don't know.
school.
It says one of the boys is a former idol.
Of
One of
course, he
the other
is.
ones was raised on an island and he has experience with horse races and
Wild
whatnot.
horses, I bet.
Only through radio, though he listens to the radio, so he doesn't have like
Okay.
actual experience.
Okay.
Um, and then the last guy is from England and his father was a former jockey,
Okay.
right? It follows the three of them. I hope it would be interesting. You know, I always like to know about new sports and the ins and outs of them and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for some information and knowledge here, really, along with being entertained.
There's also that I can't remember. It's horse girl anime thing.
No, we're not gonna talk about that. What's it? Usamusme or something
Yeah,
like that?
where the girls are actual horses
Yeah, no.
that
You told me
race.
about that and I couldn't believe it. I don't like to see things like that. I'm sorry. I
No,
can't.
Kim, no, they're actual girls. They're not actual horse
Right,
girls.
right.
Get it?
No.
They're actual girls who go to school and thing like that. They race, but they don't look like horses. They're not half horses. They're not like
Do they ride
centaurs.
horses or they
No,
just
they
race?
race.
They just run then.
Yes, they're named after like I believe
So
rail
they're
horses.
runners.
Yes,
It's okay, so it's a track
yes,
anime.
kind of yes, but they are horse girls.
Only their names.
Yes, and like it's kind of like the basic like monster girl stuff. Like I believe they have like monster. They have the horse ears or like the weird ears or whatever, and the tail and whatnot. But they don't have like the whole full half centaur stuff that you hate.
Okay, so I can't remember what you call that, but there's different levels
I
of
know. You
the
gotta go.
animal beast, the
Yes,
human animal feature
yes. But
things.
for this is just like basic cat girl like
Right.
simplicity type thing. So yeah,
Okay. I mean, I may or may not one day, someday, maybe give it a look, but
it's okay. I don't really. It's
is it
nothing
right? Is
super.
it even good?
Know. I think it was popular enough that it got a freaking big gacha game that's all over the freaking place whenever
Was
I
it
see it.
popular enough or was it just really unique and people
Popular. It's just popular.
okay. What do you have next?
Have next is the Skeleton Knight in Another World.
I've heard of this.
One day, a gamer playing video games like they normally do until he fell asleep. And when he woke up, he found himself in a game world as a skeleton. equipped with powerful weapons and armor of his avatar, but stuck with the frightening cyclical appearance. Ark has to find a place for himself in this new fantastical land. All his hopes for a quiet life are dashed when he is crossed his path with a beautiful elven warrior, setting him on a journey full of conflict and adventure. Now I read this.
How was it?
It's very fun. Ark is an enjoyable character. He's just very, very kind of cheerful type of guy, and just like he's playing at the character of being a knight, and he's cool. He's just a really cool guy to hang out with. I like all the other side characters, and there's a lot of action and stuff like that. It's fun. I enjoy reading it. It's one of those isekais that, yes, it's very simple how the plot started, you know, whatnot. But overall, the characters and the story and where it's going, it's pretty fun. It's just popcorn. It's just something to sit back and just relax and watch, and I like it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it animated. What else is on your list?
Next on my list is another sport anime.
You do love your sports.
I do. It's about golf this time. It's called Birdie Girl. The story centers on two young women golfers named Eve and Aoi. The two come from completely different backgrounds and have completely opposite play styles, and together they will shake the golf world apparently.
Okay.
That's all the summary has. I saw the trailer. It didn't look too bad. I'm not a golf fan.
I know you don't like it. That's just I'm surprised that you want to watch an anime about it.
Exactly. And again, I have to say, the knowledge. I will get the knowledge, okay? If this is a fun way to consume the knowledge of golf, I'll do it.
Okay.
And of course, it'll have probably other drama and whatnot. That is fine. It'll probably be more palatable than just sitting and watching them play actual golf. I don't know if I could do that if that turns out to be how it is.
Actual golf is really boring to watch.
To watch on TV, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Playing golf, like if you go to like a mini golf course or
It's
whatever,
not boring.
it's fun.
Exactly.
Golf itself is fun.
Right.
The watching factor for it really does nothing for me.
Me neither.
It's just
I tried so many times and I just sit and I'm like,
I
I can
get
only
it.
sit for like 5 minutes until I'm like, I can't do this anymore, please. Is there anything else more entertaining?
Watch it that be like one of those really serious golf animes,
That'd
and
be
it's
fine.
like that they take it very seriously, and you're like watching for minutes on end, and then you see the person contemplate how to take the shot, and it's
In
just
their
taking
head, they're
forever.
doing like a whole bunch of
Yeah,
thinking.
and then it just comes back out, and it's just them standing up there,
Uh-huh.
and the audience is just waiting, and then the episode ends. And you
Wow. The episode started with them thinking.
Yeah.
And then it ends, they're still
when they
standing
take the
there.
swing,
Uh-huh.
and then the
And then it
credits start
cuts because, climax.
Yes.
It's like, goodness. I hope it's not like that. I hope it's not like that.
I hope for
Anyway,
your sake it's not like that.
what do you have next?
I think this is something we both have on our list. Odd Taxi in the Woods.
The movie.
Yes.
Is it a movie?
Yes, it's a movie. Apparently, this is going to be show you what happened in the anime, and it also kind of shows what happens after the finale. You know how it ended
With the girl?
with the girl,
The cat
everybody
girl.
from-
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah,
Christopher,
yeah.
I freaked out. I was like, it was you?
Yes.
I only had an inkling like 2 episodes before
Uh-huh.
when they showed her at home with her mother.
Yep.
And I was like, she's suspicious. But I didn't think that she was the killer.
Yeah.
God.
So this shows what happens after the finale, and apparently with a new story. So I'm gonna give it a watch. It's just gonna be like a speed up version of the anime.
Okay, so just watch it and tell me what the timestamp is to watch the new information, because I don't feel like recapping.
The entire thing. I mean,
No,
it's not
I
gonna be
still
that long.
remember it.
Me too,
So
for
I
most
don't
part.
want to.
I'll probably watch the whole thing through just to see how they actually like abridge the
together.
episodes to cut it up into one whole movie. But yeah, I enjoyed Odd Taxi. I mean, we both, I think it was like our anime of like last year. So
What you just said is interesting as well.
what?
The way how they'll put it together, because I thought that the episodes were really substantial.
Yeah.
and there was a lot of
A
like
lot of stuff going
subtleties
on.
and a lot of stuff always happening and going on. So I don't know how they
What they're
would just
gonna
put that into, how long is it? An hour plus?
maybe at that.
I I guess I'm interested in how they will do that, but hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really need a sequel, in my opinion. I like the ending of Odd Taxi, and I don't mind that they want to give like a little thing to show what happens after that ending. But that type of ending was what kind of sealed the
Exactly.
entire thing for me.
For me too. When I saw that, I was just like, I am so impressed.
Yeah,
It was already going well.
it was already
The
great.
mystery and how Odokawa was, I was like thinking this is not real,
Yeah,
and when you start to find out different things, it's so interesting.
yeah,
And then the ending, when everything comes to it, it's like, wow, you don't need an explanation
yeah,
for after that, I feel, or to show what happens in people's life. It's just so good just to cut right there,
yeah.
because then when the audience thinks about all the different things that could happen afterwards, that's where the excitement is. I don't want really them to tell
Well,
us
I
and
guess
then
that's why this is by itself is just it's not really a sequel. It does have apparently like something to do after the finale, but it's just like a reconstruction of the anime. So
okay.
I just want to see what little extra bits they might add, but it might not be anything that big.
Hmm.
But I just want to see how they put it all together because it's like a bunch of episodes they're gonna smash into like an hour or two. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Should be good. Back to you with your million things on your list.
Yes, I have a mega list.
Oh no.
Next, I have Deaimon. It follows this gentleman called Nagomu Irino. He returns home to Kyoto for the first time in 10 years when his father is hospitalized.
Oh no.
Yes, so Nagomu is eager to take over Dokusho, which is his family's sweet shop.
Mm.
It's an okashiya. He instead is asked to be the father figure to this girl called Itsuka Yukihira, the girl that everyone calls the real successor,
Okay.
even though he's probably blood related to the real.
I know, but they probably don't really care, seeing as how she's probably been there at the shop.
Yeah, she's
Probably
probably been learning the entire
exactly.
time. I don't know the story exactly. It
Mm,
has a manga. I don't know anything about it, but
mm.
it's supposed to be a slice of life, I guess, to have some drama, obviously. I think it'll be nice. I'm gonna watch it for the
Okay.
sweets as well.
All right. Sweet shop. Right. Right. Right.
What do you have next?
The next thing on my list is something else I think is also on our list. Konohiro Mendokusai.
Ah,
How do you say that
yes.
again? Yeah,
Mendokusai.
Mendokusai. I read this, and it's pretty much a gag series.
Yeah.
Uh, the healer is a bit of annoying, and the poor warrior who or knight who's always with her, sorry, is just always on the bad end of the jokes. I guess it's kind of like a what's called that
What?
the Tsukuyomi. Is that correct? No, the straight man and uh the fog. I can't remember. You know
I
that.
know what you mean with the two people
Yeah,
who
two,
tell
that's
the
pretty
joke.
much
I got it. I
that's
got
pretty much
it.
that type of comedy that this is,
Okay.
right? That type of thing. It's pretty fun. I like the manga. I was surprised. I didn't really know that this was getting an anime until like recently.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll watch this. It'll be a good, humorous little thing to watch. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw the trailer and I thought it would be really good as well.
I remember there's a couple scenes like they're out on like some type of hunt, and he's like fighting a bear, and she starts acting up, and he just like he looks at the bear, he's like, "Give me a minute," and he just turns around to argue with her, and it's just really silly. The bear's like, there's like. He's just like, y'all take y'all time. I got
Wow.
it. Just wait. It's that type of kind of
Uh-huh.
comedy. So yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. Back to you again, Kim, on your list.
Next on my list is Miss Corporate Slave wants to be healed by a lolly spirit.
Oh, I read this.
Do you?
Yes, I think yes, because I have it on my list and I started it, but I
That's
didn't.
great.
I
I don't
didn't.
read it.
I didn't.
Um,
I haven't gotten far.
I think it's great. Let me say the story. A little ghost girl gets worried when Miss Fushihara, a corporate slave, is working till midnight and tries to make her go home. While saying, "Leave now," the ghost girl helps bring her refreshments and healing Miss Fushihara's heart with her preciousness. Be healed by the heartwarming daily life of the cute ghost and the corporate slave. Basically. So this ghost girl, she sees that the lady is working hard and overworking herself, and
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't want her to, die
Pretty much.
because that's what happens. And she decides, I feel like if she decides to haunt her to go home,
Mm-hmm.
which is cute because she's small and cute as well. I saw the trailer and the voice that they got for her is really, really cute as well. It'll be great. I think it'll
Sounds good.
be it'll be bubbly and fluffy and cute.
It's probably gonna be very fluffy,
Yeah.
very feel goody.
What else do you have?
Let's see. I have this thing here. Trapped in a dating sim, the world of Otome games is tough for mobs.
Yeah, I saw that.
I also read this. A kid gets reincarnated or sent into a dating sim game where it's a matriarchal society,
Right,
right?
women are in power.
Yeah, women are in power, and well, he doesn't really give a shit about that. So he tries to figure out a way to A, get out of this world, and B, when he realizes he can't, try to just like succeed enough where he can live by himself. The manga is enjoyable, and it also has kind of like a semi-interesting plot going on with him knowing the actual game itself because he played it for his sister and knowing where to go and get things in the world. So he uses that knowledge, but inadvertently, the hero, the girl who would have been the hero of this world, he kind of has taken
He
her.
cut her
Yeah,
off and
he
takes
kind of
her
taken her
path.
thunder, and where we are in the manga, it's kind of been like we've seen that it's kind of been affecting her in a way. Like he's friends with her and whatnot, 'cause he's trying to help her, but we've seen that
How does it affect her?
like things that should have gone to her aren't going to her, and the way how people like
Treat
talk to
her?
her and treat her is kind of not great, and she's also feeling like a burden to him as well because she's like I want to be able to stand on my own type of thing, and he also is kind of like thinking about did I do the right kind of thing, like she isn't getting the path that she should have gotten because I
Right.
am here type of thing,
Right.
but at the same time it's like I'm still going to need to try to survive in this world type of thing. It's kind of interesting, right? So I like it. I like it. I know it's very popular, so I'm looking forward to see this animated. It's gonna be pretty fun. And all the because this is a otome game and it was originally you play as a female character, right? So there's always those like the prince and his friends. Those are like the
Right.
targets. They're all kind of trash
I
in a way.
see.
A few of them are getting better, kinda, but they're also kind of trash. There's also a girl who may or may not be his sister reincarnated into the game as well, and she doesn't
Oh.
they don't know that each other are there, right? But he keeps getting in the way of her
You know
path.
what? I was wondering about that recently. Have
It's
you ever
great.
seen something where siblings were reincarnated?
Both of them.
Yes. Not just
Hmm.
both siblings. It could be two or three or four or five, how much ever, but siblings reincarnated into the like okay, if it's a game world or into
Uh-huh.
isekai world or something like that. Transmigrated somewhere. Have you
I
ever seen that?
I can't remember the name right now, but it was I think it was like the mother and then later her son or something. This is I can't remember. I think what happened. The mother died and she reincarnated, and no. The way it was, the mother died, like and she was buried, and it was focused from the son's point of view, and he died too,
Okay.
like later. And when he reincarnated, he found out that there was like I think a lady that had apparently like the same name
As his
as his
mom.
mom, who was like a hero, like 30 or 20 or so years in the past,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. And he's like wondering if the same thing happened to her or whatnot. I can't remember the name of it right now, but that was the only instance of like family that I know that kind of like reincarnated into
Okay.
the same
But
type of
wouldn't it
place.
be interesting to have one where they're like siblings who fell into whatever this thing is, and then we go about their different we follow them on their different journeys in this world or
Mm-hmm.
in this game or wherever it is to become whatever or to get back.
Ah,
I
okay.
think that would be interesting. I would
There's
be
there's
interested in it.
probably something out there that's very similar.
I love
There's so
family
many.
content.
You
I
love
do.
family
I
content.
do.
Uh, there's probably something like that kind of problem. I mean, there's so many isekai
Hello,
stories.
Internet.
We're already scratching
Putting
the
an
surface.
APB out for a sibling reincarnation, transmigration, reborn, isekai, something. You guys know what I mean.
That's so suspect, but it's probably
I'm
something out
gonna go
there.
and look as well because I have been thinking about that recently.
Oh
Uh,
wait, no.
what?
There is that
What?
family. It's a kind of an etchy thing. That Gambaro family thing.
What?
It's it's an etchy series where the adopted son, not adopted, but a father married into this family and he died, but the kid was still part of the family, but the mother, her two daughters, and him, they all got isekai'd into a world
Uh-huh.
as a familia, which is like um a group of people who like all kind of like fight together to fight against these things
Okay.
called dead mells, and he's pretty much trying to a keep them safe while also getting rid of assholes who might try to do something bad
What
to
is it
them.
called?
I can't remember the name. It comes out monthly or every now and then. I read it all the time, but it's very like etchy type thing. It's okay, but it's pretty much stepson is trying to protect his step family because apparently his dad wasn't exactly a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Because what his dad used to do is that he would marry into families and then kind of like take their money,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would like divorce or whatever and want to leave. So when his
Um,
dad died, he kind of stuck around with the one last family that he was with, and he kind of cares a lot for them. So he's trying to do everything he can to like keep them protected, and at the same time, like get them stronger as well.
mm-hmm.
It's okay. I wouldn't say
That good.
it's not that.
I'm looking for a wholesome
It's
something.
wholesome. It's just that the MC likes to fuck a lot.
Okay, let's move on
So
back to my list, okay?
it's not very wholesome. So
Okay,
yeah.
back to my list. I have a next sports thing.
Oh
I guess
my
you wouldn't call it
god.
sports, but it is a sport in a way.
What is
Dance,
it?
Dance, Dancer.
That's the ballet dancing thing,
Yes,
yeah?
please.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dancer Noble is a ballet dancer qualified to dance the role of the prince. Second year junior high student Murao Junpei was fascinated by ballet as boy, but gave up on dancing after his father's death as he had to become a man. However, one day, a beautiful transfer student named Godai Miyako appears before him. Miyako takes notice in Junpei's love of ballet and invites him to dance with her. Along with Miyako's cousin Mori Duo, he begins his career as a full-fledged ballet dancer with the aim of becoming the world's best dancer, the Danseur Noble. Okay,
Okay. I'm
I
pretty
like
sure I have
it.
this on my list along with another dancing manga that I
I
haven't
like
really
ballet.
started.
I really admire ballerinas because
Ballet is nice.
I cannot do what they do. I'll never be able
I
to
remember
do
we
that to my feet. I know we took
dance
ballet.
we took
This
like
is
dance
like
and ballet courses when we were
so
younger.
many years ago. And sometimes I say to myself, I cannot believe you did that. It was such a long time ago
Yeah.
though. But you remember wearing the
Uh-huh.
leotards and the shoes and everything. No, but the way how they have to put their feet though,
Yeah.
that is just, I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot, Christopher. I'm telling you. Anyway, I like ballet. I like to see ballet. I think this would be nice.
Okay. It should be.
Um, there's a ballet TV show that I watched recently.
What?
Oh my gosh. It was called Navilera. It's a Korean TV show
Okay.
where the guy, what is it? The older guy, an older guy, he's like in his 70s
Mm.
and he wanted to learn ballet. He always wanted to do ballet from the time he was a young kid, but he
Mm-hmm.
never did it because, different things. The same thing here with the boy Junpei being a man and, people laughing at you for
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing. So he just did whatever he could through his life, to support his family and whatever like that. But then he gets a diagnosis that he has Alzheimer's.
Oh.
This might be a spoiler for anyone who didn't know because this only comes up later in the show. But anyhow, it came out like over a
Jeez.
year ago, so excuse me. Um, so he had got that diagnosis and he decided, okay, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And
Mm-hmm.
plus, he was getting older, and he and his friends realized that they keep going to more funerals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he finally decided when one of his friends he died at he was living at a home and his family, well, they were separated for many years and no one would come to visit. Only the old guy would go and visit him as his friend, but he
Mm-hmm.
passed away and he left this like letter for him telling him to, live your life, do the thing that you want to do, don't let it be too late, basically. So he goes, and the other main character is this younger guy, this
Mm-hmm.
younger ballerina guy, and their lives intersect, and the younger guy starts to teach him the ballet after not really whatever. Anyhow, they get to become friends, and it's so nice, and I just love it. I love it. I love it. It's a nice watch. It's a really nice watch. But anything with Alzheimer's is really upsetting for me. I
I
don't know
know.
why. I did not cry. That's not true. I cried while watching it maybe a few times. Um, at the end, I'm gonna just tell you what the end is. Again, don't hate me for spoilers. All right, this came out a long time ago,
A
like a year
year
ago or
ago.
whatever. At the end, the boy, because he's boy compared to the older gentleman,
Mm-hmm.
right? He goes off to some other country to advance his career. He becomes the star
Mm-hmm.
basically because he could always become a star. Apparently he had been really good and
Mm-hmm.
everything. He had gotten into ballet late, but he had the
The talent for it.
I don't like to say people had talent
He had
because
the talent for it and the willpower to go forward with it.
anyhow he had it and
Yes.
he did it. But the gentleman would only he in the later stages he wasn't able to remember anything, and he would get lost, and they would have to go and find him, and it was so sad. And the only way that he would remember,
Mm-hmm.
he had even wrote it in his thing, is like when he sees the guy dance ballet,
Mm-hmm.
he remembers, he comes back
Uh,
to himself.
yeah.
Because when he had first found him, he didn't know even how he got to the ballet studio.
Mm.
He just somehow appeared there. And then when he saw him dancing, he remembered everything. And then that's like when he like went home after that. But he had really not known how he had even gotten there. And at the
Okay.
end, they have this scene. It's really, I don't like super how it ends, but they're at this train like crossing, and the guy is over the street. He just flew back from wherever because he's a star, a ballerina star. And the older gentleman is across the side because he's going to his house because they're friends,
Mm-hmm.
they're like family, really. They become family to me. And he dances. No, he does a little thing across the crossing, and the older gentleman, he at first he didn't realize, but then because the Alzheimer's,
Mm-hmm.
the memory is just not working. Then he sees him do the little bow thing that he does, and then he remembers, and it ends there. It was so nice, though. I love it. I'm glad that they didn't end it like if he died,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
he's still kind of, I
It's
Alzheimer's is
bittersweet.
a death, to be honest.
Yeah, it
Anyhow, we're
sucks.
going to stop talking about that. Do you have anything else on your list?
I have like one more thing
Only
on my
one?
list. Yes.
What? Wait, what? What?
Yes. I told you that I'm not like you.
Okay. I have a few more things, Christopher.
Then talk about them. Because I
Okay,
only have one more
I
thing on
have
your
been
list.
talking for this longest time. I did not want to be that person, who's all poopy and everything. I don't need to explain. Well, oh, Ashy, right?
That's that football manga. That's not Blue
Yes.
Lock that I'm not going to watch.
I don't care. I'm gonna watch it. So let's
Enjoy.
just go. Oh, Ashy.
Hmm.
Summertime Render. You
What
know
is
about
that? I
that?
know about the. Cause I've seen the manga. But I never read it.
So, here is the summary.
Hmm.
A tragic incident calls a young man named Shinpei back to his hometown on the remote island of Higotoshima. But something sinister awaits upon his return, and a chilling sequence of events unfolds that will have dire consequences for Shinpei, for Japan, and for the entire world. From what I've seen, this is not this is no happy go
Nope.
kind of show. It's got mystery, thriller, action, maybe even some horror if you consider people killing other people.
Tragedy.
Yeah, tragedy. Next, I have Oni-pan. The summary goes like this. Over the centuries, Oni, which are demons of Japanese folklore, got a pretty bad reputation. Now it's up to three plucky Oni kids, Sunny Suzuji, Cool Suyukusa, and boisterous Himawari, to improve human Oni relations through love, friendship, and superpowered
Oh,
underpants.
that's where the pan part of the oni pan
Yes.
comes from.
It's what they call it, a portmanteau. Oni plus
Panty.
pants.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oni pan. I have two ONAs on here. I'm not sure how to pronounce this.
Therme
Therme
Rome Nove.
Rome Nove.
Yeah, that's.
So this is a comedy about Lucius, a bath designer in the Roman Empire, and how he accidentally slips back in time to present-day Japan and learns about Japanese bath culture.
Doesn't it slip forward, not back in time? How do you? He's from the Roman Empire. How do you accidentally slip back in time to Japan in present day? Wouldn't it be slip forward in time?
He slips into present-day Japan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think this would be interesting to watch. I love anything about the bath because the bathroom is one of my favorite places.
I like stuff where the time travel deals with somebody who's from the past who gets flown forward to the future.
Me too.
And also another thing is like the isekai, what people call reverse isekai, is when somebody comes from the fantastical to our present modern day, which is like the mundane. Where I like
You like
that. I
things
like
like
to see
that?
stuff like that because it's always fun to see people freaking out at stuff that we know.
Right.
Like the basics is like, what the hell is this computer like phone thing that's
Yeah, yeah,
shining?
yeah, yeah.
What's with that horse with lights and making noise? That type of
Exactly.
shit. I like that type of stuff all the time, and you really see it. But yeah, that should be interesting.
Well, the next is similar to that. It's called Patty P. Kong Ming. Fate and reincarnation deliver brilliant military strategist Kong Ming from worn ancient China to Japan's modern party hotspot in Shibuya. Woo! After a lifetime of battles and military skirmishes, Kong Ming wished with his last breath to be reborn in a world of peace and prosperity. It's nearly 2 millennia later, and he finds his way in a very different world than that of the past life. When he meets Eiko, an amateur musician with big dreams, the unlikely duo strikes up an even unlikelier friendship. Eiko has street smarts to help Kongming navigate this strange and new world, and Kongming will use his strategic mind to help Eiko achieve stardom.
Okay, it's so so
It
so
is
weird.
such an unlikely duo. A military strategist is
Flight.
basically going to be a PR manager for an idol. Isn't that? It's so funny.
Okay, that's Okay. I gotta see that. I'm
Yeah.
glad I've added that to my list.
And then
Ah,
I know I'm still talking internet. Christopher will talk soon.
we meet El Toxin.
Then I have some things. I have The Ascendance of a Bookworm
Oh, the season 2.
3,
Oh wait,
season 3.
3?
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Wow.
I didn't even know it was up to season 3. I thought it was
Where
season
have you
2.
been?
Not reading or watching that.
Then Komi-san season
Ah,
2.
okay. That's to be expected.
And lastly,
The thing that we both care a lot about and are very hyped to see this season.
yes,
Probably going
this
to be the
is
anime of the season before it even comes out.
my one of my favorite characters. I dare to say they're all my favorite character. I
Mm-hmm.
love this. It's my comes from one of my favorite manga. I
Uh-huh.
really hope that it becomes a favorite anime.
Uh-huh.
Drum roll, please.
Spy Family.
Yay!
Yeah.
Christopher said it so lackluster. Spy Family.
Spy Family!
Woo!
We should read the synopsis. Everyone has a part of themselves they cannot show to anyone else. At a time when all nations of the world were involved in a fierce war of information happening behind closed doors, Ostania and Westalis had been in a state of cold war against one another for decades. The Westalis Intelligence Service's Eastern Focus Division's WISE sends their most talented spy, Twilight, on a top secret mission to investigate the movements of Donovan Desmond, the chairman of Ostania's National Unity Party, who is threatening peace efforts between the two nations. This mission is known as Operation Strix. It consists of putting together a family in 1 week in order to infiltrate social gatherings organized by the elite school that Desmond's son attends. Twilight takes on the identity of psychiatrist Lloyd Forger and starts looking for family members. But Anya, the daughter he adopts, turns out to have the ability to read people's minds, while his wife Yor is an assassin. With it being in each of their own interests to keep these facts hidden, they start living together while concealing their true identities from one another. World peace is now in the hands of this brand new family as they embark on an adventure full of surprises. This is one of the most fun things that came out within the last 5 years.
You're so right. Christopher, the moment I read this, this was it. I love Spy Family.
Yeah,
I
it's one of my favorites as well.
love Spy Family.
This is one of those things where I tell someone who wants to get into like anime or
This
manga,
is it.
read Spy Family.
For real, for
It's
real.
like a perfect entryway. It's very cute. It has its serious moments. It has its action moments. It is
Yes,
so good.
it is.
It's just so good and fun to read each chapter each week when it comes out.
It
I
is.
love it.
It really is. I I so want the
I
anime
hope
to
the anime does well and it's
do it
good.
justice.
Yeah.
Please, please, I beg. It is so good. Do not get it wrong.
The whole gimmick as well is just, it really works well.
Listen, the idea, the story, the creator, just everything is harmony. Everything flows in so well. I have never been upset at a chapter. Every chapter I feel has always made me laugh. The stories made me laugh. I have so much fun. I just look at the characters and I just love them. I never hated a character. I don't hate any of the characters. I don't dislike any of them. I just love everything about Spy Family.
Yeah. It is it's one of those things that just knows what it wants to be and it does it
It does
so
it
well.
It's true.
It's so enjoyable. It really is so enjoyable.
And I so really truly hope that they get it in the anime. I hope that is displayed well. That's all I can say. I'll put up a prayer.
But yeah, I think that is our list for this season. Things that we're looking forward for spring season going forward.
Yes, sometimes our lists increase and decrease.
Yes. I expect you to be dropping many things off your list.
Please don't say that. I want to enjoy everything to the fullest.
I believe in you that you'll try to enjoy everything to the fullest. But yeah, this season has some good stuff that I'm looking forward to. Some of the things on my list are a little bit simple, I would say, but overall, they're things that I know that I'm going to enjoy. So yeah. And I'm going to try a few things on your list as well that sound pretty fun. That one, they were the executioner and combing me there, trying to raise the idol girl. Those sound interesting.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, that's going to be it from us tonight.
Yes.
We hope that you have a great one and that you enjoy this season of anime.
Let us know what you guys are going to be watching and have a good night.
Good night, everyone.